Hi, this is Chuck. Hope you like the Hawaiian shirt. It's been a while since I did a video, but I ran across a crate of records out of a bulk lot that I bought back in November, and I was going through them with the crate turned around like this. Well, I pulled out a couple of Ella Fitzgerald records out of the middle of it. I was just pulling them at random. So I flipped the crate around on this turning stool here, and I noticed that back here is I'm sorry, that's not sure. A tab that says Jazz 78s. So I decided to make a video of the Jazz 78 pull. We'll see what we got. I think the Ellas came out of that section. I've got What Do You Know About Love and If You Only Knew on Decca 1967. And then I have If You Ever Should Leave on Decca 1302 and Everyone's Wrong But Me by Ella. So I'm going to skip these records in the front that say Teresa Brewer and Benny Goodman on them and Gene Krupa. I'm going to go straight to these jazz section and see what we can pull from the jazz section. These have been in the barn for many, many months now. I've got them in November, but I've just now got around to picking through this particular crate. Just got a lot going on. Of course, got my trusty readers because I can't see anything. I can barely tell a 78 from a dinner plate without them. So, first up is a Red Columbia, Count Basie and his orchestra, Rusty Dusty Blues, and the other side is kind of darkened to where I can't really see it all of me. I'm only going to show one side in the video. If you want to see the other side or have questions, just let me know. Prestige, King Pleasure Sings, What Can I Say Dear After I Say I'm Sorry, and Parker's Mood. I've got a King Pleasure. I'm not sure if it's this one. Kind of an odd name to go with that picture, King Pleasure. It could be a saxophone or it could be... never mind. Another Prestige coming up is King Pleasure, Parker's Mood, and What Can I Say? I guess it's got two of the same record in it. The way these are organized, I don't know if they came from a collector or if they were from a store and that's why they have the dividers between them. No idea. The lot came from a mixture of storage sheds and estate sales. Victor Duke Ellington and his famous orchestra don't get around much anymore. And Cottontail. Victor Duke Ellington, Jack the Bear, and Morning Glory. Let's take a random look, see what kind of condition these are in. They're a little bit worn, dusty. Columbia Red Label, Will Bradley and his orchestra featuring Ray McKinley from the Land of Sky Blue Waters and In the Hall of the Mountain King. These are all coming out from behind the jazz tab, and I don't know if that jazz tab included the rest of this crate or what. I'm just going to go through until I figure we're hitting nothing anymore. Columbia Red, Woody Herman, No Greater Love, and Across the Alley from the Alamo. Okay. Yeah, it may be the end of that. Maybe they're the ones in front of the Jazz 70. Let's see. Nope. Nope. Alright, let's see what this capital is. Andy Russell, I'll See You in My Dreams and Just Friends. Deep Purple by Sarah Vaughan. These things I offer you, Columbia Red Label. Ella Fitzgerald on Decca, the one I love, and I'm the lonesomest gal in town. Didn't think there was so much jazz on Columbia Red Label. Woody Herman, Uncle Remus Said. I'm not sure if that's jazz or not. Romance in the Dark. Already started, I may as well continue. Capital, Stan Kenton After You. Mercury, that's not jazz. Ted Weems and his orchestra, Lonesome. There's a Foxtrot and Dreaming of Tomorrow. Victor Batwing. Here comes a Decca Ella Fitzgerald, After I Say I'm Sorry, and What Else Can I Do? And these look fairly worn. Decca, Ella Fitzgerald, You Don't Know What Love Is, and Somebody Nobody Loves. Decca, Ella Fitzgerald, Keep Cool Fool, and Know Nothing. It looks like a London DJ copy. Frank Weir and his saxophone, Journey into Space, and Serenade to an Empty Room. The label looks a little rough, but the record looks good. Just dusty. It's not bad. Capital, the King Cole Trio, In the Cool of Evening, the Christmas Song. London, I'm going to skip it. There's a Capital, another Woody Herman, Brunswick out of a set apparently. Well, this video isn't going as expected. Here is a Woody Herman on Decca, The Stars Remain, and I should have known. Should have known you years ago. Excuse me. Capital, it's not jazzy. Benny Goodman Quartet. Vienna, Vienna, and Handful of Keys. I'll keep Benny Goodman. So another Benny Goodman, Gotta Be This or That, and Gotta Be This or That. It's the same label on both sides. There we go. Benny Goodman Trio, Body and Soul, and After You've Gone. Capital, Benny Goodman, Undercurrent Blues, and Mabella Margarita. Red Columbia, Benny Goodman, Six Flats Unfurnished, and Why Don't You Do Right? Well, dark label, it's kind of hard to read even with a good light. Here comes a Columbia, The Sport of Kings by Flanagan and Allen. Comedians with Orchestra, okay. And the other side doesn't say what it is. We're still under the tab that said jazz on it. So keep going. There's a Decca. Annette Kluger, the Ted Heath and his music with Annette Kluger, the Rock and Roll Waltz. Rock Around the Island. How do you get waltz out of rock and roll? And this record's cracked, of course. The Red Columbia, Benny Goodman slipped disc, and Papa or or something. Yeah, got about 10 more here. Let's look at them. Benny Goodman, It's Only a Paper Moon, and I'm gonna love that guy. And let's see what condition these are in. These are nice. Very good condition. Label being the worst thing on it. Alright. Benny Goodman, It's Only a Paper Moon again. Decca Burst, Ella Fitzgerald and her Savoy 8, Everyone's Wrong But Me, and If You Ever Should Leave. I think we saw one of those earlier. This one is nice condition. Just needs cleaned. Here comes a Decca Burst, Ella Fitzgerald, Deep in the Heart of the South, and All Over Nothing at All. Here comes another Decca Blue Label, Ella Fitzgerald, What's the Matter with Me? And I'm Not Complaining. Decca Blue Label, come on. And this is Ella Fitzgerald, If That's What You're Thinking, You're Wrong, and I Had to Live and Learn. Next up is a Decca English Supreme record, the Bournemouth Municipal Orchestra, conducted by Montague Birch, Raymond Overture, and Raymond Overture Continued. Okay. This looks like a new record. Columbia English, Dorothy Squires, Say Goodnight But Not Goodbye. Here comes an HMV, Leslie James medley of old songs, and this Wedding of the Painted Doll. Mind you, we're still under the jazz tab, so I'll keep going. HMV, Arthur Meal Storm, and it's on the grand organ. Real jazzy. Okay, well. Here comes an Embassy. Party Time Part 3, the Embassy Singers and Players. Party Time Part 4. Okay. Me and that record might be partying ways. Let's see here. Columbia, Cicely Courtnidge and Harold French. Lotto Lady, A Tiny Flat Near Soho Square. Lotto Lady, It All Depends on You. 4 more here. HMV, The 3 Ks, Ivory Tower, and Mr. Cuckoo. HMV, and this lot has been heavy on HMV and English Deckers and whatnot. Matinata by Benjamino Googly something. And last, nope, 3 more. Here's an HMV Ledoux by Monsieur E.M. Stefan, reading in French. The other side is also in French. 2 more behind this jazz tab and we are finished. Minuet by Joshua Heifetz on his master's voice, single-sided. And the last, and probably the least, is Descriptive Stories Told by Gilbert Gerard, Nursery Rhymes of Mother Goose's Melodies, Part 3 and Part 4, under the jazz tab. That's lots of good Ella, but other than that, about it. A little disappointing, but Ella's good. Thank you.